is my new favorite channel, and once I start watching this, you're gonna understand why. This is You Suck at Cooking.
You suck at cooking, yeah, you totally suck.
Today
I love
we're
this
making
channel.
carrot cake, which is a cake that contains flour and obviously sugar. The first thing you'll have to do is decide what kind of carrots you want to use. You can use a carrot log, or a carrot cone, or a carrot with a bottom handle, or a carrot
That's Do you guys know that until I was 19 years old, I didn't know that there were actually carrots in carrot cake. I thought everyone was joking about that. As well as I thought everyone was joking about the fact that there are cheese in cheesecake. I didn't think that there was actually cheese in cheesecake. I thought that was just what it was called, but they didn't actually put that ingredient in. I thought it was like a haha joke. And I thought the orange parts of carrot cake were something else, like orange. I thought it was orange. I thought they were putting orange in carrot cake.
bottom handle. You can use cupboard carrots, and you can even use fresh baby carrots. Or you can use good old-fashioned regular carrots. Just make sure you're using
I have never seen a carrot like this before in my life. All of my carrots are big and thick, at least 7 inches, and rock solid.
carrot and not car rot, because that will taste a bit rusty. Fun fact, because of their strong turgid exterior, carrots are like a form of armor. If you have a finger injury, you can carve out a hole and then just wear that protective carrot shield so your finger won't get hurt. See,
Yeah, I heard that doctors are starting to use carrots in hospitals because they're a cheaper, more efficient way to put your finger in a sling when you break
that
it.
doesn't hurt. I don't feel that at all. Zero danger here. On the other hand,
damage.
if you have an especially vulnerable carrot, you can build it a suit of armor to protect it. Now we're going to shred these carrots on the small setting until we have around 2 cups. Now you can use the stem handle as you get to the nub, but if you don't have a stem, just jam a fork in there. And then when that gets too small, switch to your tiny grater. And make sure you give that a good wash after, then let it dry out for next time. Dry
So cute.
ingredients assemble! Or I can just grab them. That works too. We'll throw in 1 3/4 cups of flour, 1½ teaspoons of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon of baking soda, completing the white powder trifecta. Why do
You're missing one, but we'll let that one slide. It's not usually used in cooking
we
anyway.
use both baking powder and baking soda, especially since baking soda has baking powder in it? That's a great question. I'm glad you asked. Now we'll add in ½ a teaspoon
Wait, what's the answer? What's the answer? No, I was actually curious about that. Why do we use baking soda and baking powder?
of cinnamon, and we'll wang jangle with a carrot to mentally prepare these ingredients for the arrival of actual carrot. When you look at all this dust, it's hard to imagine that the result will be a cake that's super moist.
You should
Now
snort
we'll
it.
take another bowl because it's time to scramble some eggs, and since there's eggs in this cake is legally breakfast. Now we'll add a cup of vegetables.
True! What is the difference between a pancake and a cake? They're both cakes, and one is breakfast food, but one is dessert food. I think that all is dessert food, alright? What's the You can't show me a difference. There is none.
Oil so that the eggs get extra slippery and also so that the carrot doesn't feel lonely. Now we'll add in a cup of sugar. Remember that sugar is ice which becomes liquid when in contact with another liquid. And we'll add in a teaspoon of vanilla extract, aka the ketchup of baking. Now all of this liquid
Ketchup and baking.
be moist. Now I'm gonna pour the
Nice.
wet ingredients into the dry ingredients
Oh,
and
yeah,
start
that's hot.
folding those together. We'll
Fold that over.
carrot to the liquid, but that's okay, we'll do it now. Now wang jangle the
There you
batter
go.
with a carrot to infuse it with carroty essence, but don't over wang jangle. You'll know you've over wang jangled if you've done it too much. Now it's
Okay, you
craft
taking
time.
notes?
We're gonna etch a circle in our parchment paper so that we can line our pan. Then we'll fold that in half and cut it slightly smaller, then glue it down. Now spray some pesticide on the inside of the pan to prevent the carrots from getting a bug infestation. If you
Maybe don't actually spray pesticide or super glue in
want to
there.
add something else like walnuts, pecans, definitely not raisins.
Wait.
We
Pecan. Chat, how do you say that? How do you say that nut? I say pecans. Pecan? Do people say it like that? That's a very strange way to say it.
of raisins, something other than raisins or for sure not raisins, then go right ahead. Undos on 3.
I think raisins get dunked on too much. Raisins are actually cool. Dried fruit is cool. And oat and raisin cookies are as good, if not better, than chocolate chip cookies. I'm just saying it now.
Fundo, and we're gonna throw that in there for 45 minutes. You know how a caterpillar wraps itself inside a warm cocoon and transmorphicalizes into a butterfly?
Yeah.
This is nothing like that. Once
Right.
45 minutes has passed, we'll poke it with a toothpick. If it comes out with cake guts on it, throw it in for another 5, then check it again.
Toothpaste.
Looks like we're done. Let it nap for 10 or 15 minutes, then we'll get it out of the pan so it doesn't overcook, I guess. For the frosting, we're gonna take half a brick of cream cheese. Get this to around room temperature by using your room to heat it up. Now we'll electrical blendicize
Take your notes, everybody.
I'm gonna slowly add 1 cup of icing sugar, then blend that until it's blended. We'll add in 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and a
I love his commentary style. It's so good, dude.
pinch of salt. Keep in mind this frosting contains 0% frost. And if you can't make this frosting, just get really mad and use frothing instead.
I am mad!
Frosting, you're gonna wanna get a turntable with your favorite record.
Wait, I don't have a record.
Glop on there and let it spiralize outward. Okay, so one thing I really didn't expect was for this to kind of look professional and cool. Then
looks
we'll
nice.
just cut ourselves a nice slice. This carrot
Oh no, he cut straight through the record.
cake is so light, it's actually floating. The traditional way to serve carrot cake is by jamming a slice onto a carrot, so
That is true. I went to some fancy cafes before. They all use this
do
method.
that if you want to be authentic. And if you want it even more moist, just spray on some carrot cake moistening fluid.
What is that? Is it blended and evaporated carrots? Is that what it is? I love this comments. I love this channel because it's a funny video, but it also gives you really good advice. Like, that is a genuinely good carrot cake recipe. And it's just great the entire way through. It's short and it's sweet, and all the videos are so funny. I absolutely love them. Let's watch French toast.
Please suck.
Alright, French toast. Super easy. Take some bread slices and then throw them around the apartment to assert dominance and to let them dry out so that the bread will soak up more of the egg mixture without falling
good
apart.
throw.
If you're already the alpha where you live, or if you're very careful with your bread, you can skip this step. Crack
Wait, dude, that's a thick slice. Do people usually have bread that thick? My bread's not usually that thick.
2 eggs in a bowl, and if you drop in a piece of the shell, you can get it out with another piece of shell, or with 9 forks, or with a pair of eggshell tweezers. You can
What?
also get a piece of shell out by using the gravitational pull of a bigger piece of shell. Now we'll add
Okay. I've actually never tried that method before. That's a really, really good
then
idea.
3/8 a cup of milk, a half teaspoon of cinnamon, a pinch of salt, and 1/8 teaspoon of vanilla extract.
The ketchup of
You
baking.
can use pure vanilla extract.
Wait a minute. Is French toast baking? Is pancakes baking? Is that the difference? You don't bake a breakfast, you make a breakfast. Is that the difference between that and another type of cake? You bake a pancake. Oh no, you don't bake a pancake, but you bake other type of cakes. This doesn't make any sense.
Or vanilla extract that's been to hell, and we'll wang jangle that together until we've got an omelet you'd never want to eat. Notice I'm not putting in heaping
I don't know. If you made an omelet out of that, I would at least try it.
tablespoons of sugar because you're going to be drowning this in sugar later, so can't you wait a few minutes? I think you can. You're tough.
Americans are like, I can't just not put 7 tablespoons of sugar in it, dude. It's so hard. No, come on, please. High fructose corn syrup, dude. Come on, please.
Now we can collect our bread and organize it. And since bread is made in a factory, you want to inspect the crust for any debris that might have gotten stuck in there, and just remove anything that doesn't seem edible. You
That
can
does
use
not look very food
a
safe.
thick bread, or you can use a thin bread. Whatever bread you use, just make sure it's white enough to scare you. Boo. And if your bread comes with one of these doohickeys, you should snap it in half, fling it, then twist and tuck the bag, which will keep it fresher since air can't fly in a spiral. And
How do you keep your bread fresh, everybody? Do you keep it in the fridge? Do you twist and tuck? Or are you an absolute demon and you leave it untucked so that it can get stale, so that it gets tainted by the air out on the outside world like an absolute degenerate? You don't do that, do you? You better not.
finally, if you bought crustless bread, you can always attach crusts with the power of gravity. You're gonna need
cool,
a
nice.
wide flat
Didn't realize you could
vessel,
do that.
like a wide bowl or a pie plate, or an upside down lid, or a giant empty drawer. One approach is to soak the bread in the egg smoothie for 30 seconds each side. This works well with
Chat, would you drink that? I would drink that. I would not drink
stiff,
that.
thick bread or very careful hands. But you can also just do a quick dip on each side, especially if your mixture is more eggy or if you don't want it soggy in the middle. Medium heat, adding butter and a bit of vegetable oil. Insert the square
Butter and oil? I don't know. I think you do one or the other. I think for French toast, I think you just do butter, right? I don't know if the oil is necessary.
bread into the round pan. We'll cook that for a couple minutes until it's beautifully golden brown on one side, then give it a flip until it's golden brown on the other side. Now I'm
Nice.
just gonna pour on some maple syrup.
Dude, that is a lot of butter to put on 2 slices of French toast, I'm not gonna lie.
But you can use any syrup you want. Don't let anyone syrup shame you if you prefer corn syrup or honey, molasses.
No, I will syrup shame you. If you use corn syrup on French toast, then you should be immediately jailed. The FBI should break down your door, tackle you to the ground, dispose of all the corn syrup on your house, burn your house down, and arrest you.
Fern syrup, or axle grease. Also remember, the syrup isn't there just to taste good. It's throat lubricant to help the French toast get into your stomach. And if you don't like French toast, you can always have English toast, or Dutch toast, or super French toast. And remember, if you're making this for someone who really hates France, you can trick them into eating French toast instead.
French toast? Oh, that's good. I was gonna say that looks really good, apart from there's a bit of metal sticking out of it. Oh, Jesus Christ. And also, I do want to say before this video ends, baked beans on toast is good, and I will not hear any slander about baked beans on toast, okay? No slander about that. Anyway, I love You Suck at Cooking. I think it's a really great channel. Please go and check it out. Please subscribe to them. Go ahead, hit the like button, and also subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.